Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Sports Talk Philadelphia. And what a time it is to be a Philly sports fan. Not only are the Eagles 4-0, but the Sixers are coming back, and it's Red October. We have all that and more in today's episode. Let's get right to it.
Probably shot a Rockefeller hover. Down go to war like a soldier. Yeah. Plus they tried to count me out thinking that it's over. But I got to fight. Rocky Balboa. Yeah, I got to fight like Rocky Balboa. Yeah, I got to fight. Rocky Balboa. Yeah, I got to fight like Rocky Balboa. Rocky Balboa with the fight. Yeah, I got to fight. Yeah,
Hello, everyone, and I'm your host, Braden Knapp, and I'm here joined with another couple usual suspects here right next to me, Chris Gress. How are we doing?
Doing good, man. Ready to keep yucking ball.
Awesome. Over here on the end, we got Jaden Torres. How are we doing today?
Doing good. It's going to be a chaotic episode, I can say that.
Definitely. It's going to be something, but let's start it with our favorite, the Eagles. Birds taketh, then nearly giveth. It was something. The Eagles survived the Bucs' comeback bid of 31-25. They led as many as 21 points during the game, and of course the Bucs cut the lead to 8 points in the fourth quarter. And unfortunately, Jalen Hurts did not have a very good second half as he went 0-8 with passing. Okay, let's first start with this game. First half, this definitely did not. We did not think this game would end 31-25 going into halftime. I mean, we won the game. Eagles won the game, so I'm proud of that. But I do not like how the Eagles, it's always like, they always throw it up in there, and they always kind of give it back to the other team to see if they can do something. And okay, they come back and then they win. I don't know what to make of this. I mean, the Eagles keep getting so lucky with these games. Chris, what are your overall thoughts of this hectic game?
Yeah, Braden, it was an unbelievable game, especially for how it started. I mean, you guys are seeing the highlights roll right now, but started out with another special teams touchdown. Ladu blocks the kick. Sidney Brown scoops and scores it. I mean, the defense really, again, was awesome. Another shout out to Jahad Campbell. He had an interception in Sunday's game. He also had 4 tackles. Just really love what I'm seeing out of him. He's been everything they could have asked for in the first round as a first-round pick, especially as a linebacker. But yeah, the second half, not as much so. Jalen only 8 passing attempts. Team, they're still figuring out ways to win. I mean, that's just what the Eagles do at this point. But yeah, definitely a few concerns in the second half, but a good win overall.
Definitely. Going over you, Jaden. How did you feel about this game?
I mean, everyone's gonna say the same thing. We loved the first half. Like the play calls, we just saw it right there. The pitches to Dallas Goedert. Like when I saw that, I was like, this is what the Eagles should be playing. Like how the offense should be running. It should be like something people wouldn't expect. Nobody expected 2 pitches to Dallas Goedert for 2 touchdowns, right there. So right there, that was great. But also, you said Jahad Campbell doing great. I wonder how he's going to be utilized now that Nakobe Dean's on the way coming back right now. He's they just opened his 21-day IR suspension, so I want to see how they utilize him now.
I'm glad you said that because, I mean, we love Dean, and of course we want to come back, but Campbell's been the dog. I mean, he's been proven of that first-round pick, and probably some teams are like, why did we let him go to the Eagles, as it usually happens. But one thing with the Eagles, what I wanted to bring up, with all the shakiness, for some reason, special teams is unbelievable. I mean, Chris, for some reason no matter what they do on offense, maybe we can't pass the ball well, I don't know what happens, but at least our special teams are really good.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, especially with the blocked punt to start the game this week and then the Jordan Davis miraculous ending last week. Yeah, special teams has been awesome, and it's a very underrated part of the game because you have offense, defense, but there is that third leg of special teams, and Jake Elliott has really bounced back this year. He's been automatic again. Braden Mann is an underrated weapon as a punter. He can really pin the guys back. I mean, yeah, as far as special teams is concerned, they've done everything they've asked so far this season.
They really have, and just scoring. I mean, just that player at Sidney Brown. I actually missed it the one time. Okay, they're just going to punt it. Nope, they score. But whatever. It was awesome for that. But unfortunately, around all sides of the ball, it is not perfect. We have some issues with our friend A.J. Brown. Unfortunately, some cryptic messages. We have angry A.J. Fortunately, he last game only had 2 catches for 7 yards. It's very bad. He posted a Bible verse regarding not being welcomed nor listened to. And also, head coach Sirianni commented and he's said that A.J. Brown is committed to the Eagles and he has no desire to leave. Wide receivers really are divas, aren't they? I mean, they want the ball, and it's A.J. Brown, so I get where he's coming at this. I mean, the last game he had over 100 and a tutty. It's A.J. Brown. He needs to be getting the ball, and I kind of feel his point. There's times where we should and shouldn't, but it's a topic. Jaden, how do you feel about this whole saga?
I mean, okay, Kevin Petula came out and said that he has a great relationship with A.J. Brown earlier. I just think it's a matter of, like, getting the right routes to A.J. Brown, because it was 3 straight plays in like the second half where A.J. Brown got 3 straight targets, right? But it was like those targets were just like, were they the best throws, the best routes? And like, no, it wasn't what A.J. Brown needs right there. That was just like a Jalen Hurts forcing it, and the Bucs could tell from that, and that's why all 3 went for an incompletion. So, I mean, it's not going to get better from here. I'm not trying to say anything, but you're going against the best corner in the league this week. It's not going to be very good. So,
and what a segue that was, Jaden, because, yeah, well, they're going to need AJ, but unfortunately, he's going to be facing Patrick Surtain next week because our next opponent review, let's get into it, Week 5 against the Broncos, who are currently 2-2, 1 p.m. kickoff here in Philadelphia. Eagles are seeking their 3rd 5-0 start in 4 years. That's pretty fantastic, if you ask me. But obviously, the key matchup here is the Eagles' pass game and the pretty good Broncos secondary. I mean, my hometown Broncos. I'm definitely very excited for this game. I don't want. It's not going to be no like pushover game here for the Eagles. It's going to be very hard for the Broncos to win at home. But also, the Broncos' defense is no joke. They're very good. And Bo Nix, I don't know, he's a little but Chris, how do you feel this game's going to go?
Definitely glad the game's at home. Obviously, the Eagles, whenever you get a home game, that's a massive home field advantage. It's feeling pretty good, honestly. I mean, Broncos, like you said, Braden, they're no pushover. They're not like, they're not a pushover team, but I think the Eagles are clearly a tier above them, especially at home. I think you're going to see another Eagles win. How they get that win is going to be interesting because every week it feels like they've had a different way of winning, and that's what's so great about this team. They just find ways to win, even when Jalen Hurts only has 8 pass attempts in the second half and A.J. Brown's unhappy. But I'm thinking an Eagles win. I'll say 27-18.
I like it. And real quick, going to you, Jaden, how do you think this game's going to go?
Well, you obviously got my offensive thought right there, but defensively, the Broncos, it's gonna be a close game no matter what. The Broncos, other than destroying the Bengals on Monday night, they've had 3 straight 1-score games. So it's gonna be close. It's gonna be like how, Dallas game was sort of. That's the type of game, and that's what my score prediction is gonna be, 24-20 again.
I agree. It's really just to see how Mr. Bo Nix plays here in Philadelphia. But, well, unfortunately, that's all the time we have for the Eagles. Stay tuned the next week and see how they do. Now going on to our favorite with the Philadelphia Phillies. Here are the regular season recap. The Phils finished 96-66, which was first in the NL East. Schwarber finishes the team home run leader with 56. He was obviously amazing this year. And then Trey Turner finishes not only as the team leader in batting average with .34, but he also led the National League just doing Trey Turner things. And we had the most regular season wins since 2011. Okay, gentlemen, just overall, this was a good season for the Phils. I mean, obviously not the first seed, but they're the second seed, and they got first in their division. I mean, it's looking a little nice right now. Chris, how do you feel?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's another season of making the playoffs, another back-to-back division titles. Really can't ask for more out of the Phillies in terms of what they do in the regular season. Almost won 100 games, improved 1 game off of last year. Overall, I mean, yeah, Kyle Schwarber was unbelievable this season. Every year he's been with the Phillies, he's improved average, power, because he doesn't really play the field. Every stat on offense, he improves every year. Don't know what I'm going to do if they don't bring him back, so I'm praying that they do. But yeah, I mean, overall, just another awesome year for the Phils, and hopefully they can get over the hump this time.
Kevin, I feel like I keep saying that. Going over to Jane, how was this year for you as a Phils fan?
This season was great. You know, Kyle Schwarber, you said it, like he was in MVP talks basically all year, right? So he was unbelievable this whole year. Trey Turner, you know, Trey Turner's always going to go a little back and forth, but he was pretty consistent for the most part. So, I mean, it's been fun. It's not like a part where you're like, oh no, this is gonna be a stressful area. The only team we really stressed over was the Brewers, and the Brewers were the 1 seed basically the whole year. So.
Yeah, and as they sit in playoffs, they are the 1 seed. The good news is we won't have to play them till a little later, but we can look at the list, see here that let the playoffs games begin. They are obviously the number 2 seed in the NL East with a first round bye. The first playoff game is at the Bank on Saturday, October 4th. And they're playing either the Reds or the Dodgers, winner of the NLDS. And currently the Dodgers are up 1-0 in that series. The first game, they kind of set off the hot start. Obviously, Ohtani starting the game with a leadoff home run, as he does. And they ended up winning 10-5 against the Reds. It was unfortunately not really that close, which I don't know for us how, as Phils fans, how really scary that is, even though obviously we've talked about on this show how the Phils have had the Dodgers number this year. But it's playoffs, and that doesn't matter, right? Having regular season doesn't matter. So going to the playoffs, at least looking out right now, how do you feel, Chris?
I'm feeling good because the Phillies were also in a stretch in September. Unlike last year, where this year they were playing some of their best ball of the season. They weren't limping in like last year. They weren't scuffling. And as far as if we're going to talk about these two teams of the options, I mean, yeah, ideally, at this point, I don't really want to play either because you know the Dodgers. They're a juggernaut. Ohtani, Teoscar Hernandez hit 2 home runs last night, Mookie Betts. They just have so many players to go to. But I would rather play them than the Reds. And my reasoning is because imagine the Reds come back in this series. They're down 1-0 on the road against the Dodgers. If they come back and beat the Dodgers, just imagine the momentum and irrational confidence they're going to have. Like, oh, we can beat anybody. Dodgers, it's business as usual. So they're kind of, it'll just be more of like a business usual type series against the Phillies. So that's why I'd rather play the Dodgers. But I'm feeling good overall about the Phillies. I really am.
I'm glad you said that's a point I didn't even really think about because, yeah, I mean, let's just say here, hypothetical game, the Reds come back, they're like, this Phillies team, we just beat an ensemble casting that the Dodgers have, so it's like, but we'll still see. Next game's tonight. We'll have to see. Go interview Jaden. One good news is Mets aren't in. That we can all agree that the Mets aren't in, but with that, how are you feeling right now with playoffs hopes?
As long as I've been on this show, I've been saying one team the Phillies should be worried about, and it's the Dodgers. I'm keeping by that. The Phillies, the Phillies, that's the number one worry in my opinion. It's the Dodgers, because you just saw it last night. They just flipped like that, and bam, they just destroyed the Reds. So, I mean, issues, right? I think the Dodgers are going to win tonight, so we will see them at Citizens Bank. So, I mean, the Dodgers are going to win. I'd rather face the Reds, but still, the Dodgers are just the team. They're defending champs for a reason.
And you said it. Well, and as you just said in the last game, I mean, the Reds kind of had it. Obviously, the Dodgers only had that leadoff home run from Ohtani, and then there's Hernandez, there's Edman. I mean, they just all of a sudden can just start, multiple runs. And fortunately with the Phils, our bullpen is a little scary. And for the playoff, especially without Alvarado and obviously Wheeler, I don't know if I really want to face that ensemble casting of just the Dodgers. But we don't know yet. We'll have to see next week. So please stay tuned to see who the Phils take on. But with that, we have the Sixers. That's right, the Sixers are back. Sixers begin the season with opportunities. They, of course, added Baylor guard VJ Edgecombe with the 3rd overall pick. The preseason starts on Thursday, October 2nd at the Knicks at 8 p.m. Of course, they're playing over in Dubai. Oil money at its finest right there. The Hospital Sixers, as usual, Joel Embiid, Paul George, and Jared McCain, all expected to miss the regular season with injuries. You know what? Embiid, Paul George, I don't even care. But, of course, McCain, what are the Sixers doctors doing? I don't know if they should just fire them all. I'm sorry, guys. I don't want to start on the bad foot with the Sixers, but that's annoying. Would you say, Chris, that McCain, our most bright spot on this team, is already hurt?
It is absolutely annoying, Braden. And the Sixers, I feel like compared to every other team, they just have the most random injuries that they get too. Like a UCL tear in his thumb, like it's just so obscure and so Sixers that I'm not even surprised. But I'm really high on Jared McCain. Fortunately, they said he is supposed to be back, maybe not for opening night, but towards the first couple games of the regular season. So luckily it's not as serious of an injury as many may have hoped, which is good. But yeah, I mean, with the Sixers, it's just going to be a wait and see thing because Joel's out there, like the Sixers social team is putting out practice photos, and Embiid, he's out there playing and he looks normal, but they do this every year. So it's just going to be a wait and see thing with the Sixers. That's kind of where I'm at with them.
It really is, Chris. But McCain fan, don't even play him. Make sure that whole hand, and you make sure his whole body is just perfect before he even steps foot, because there's no reason to really rush him, I feel like. But you said, too, the Embiid thing, of course, who knows what's going to happen with Embiid. But before all that, Jaden, what are your thoughts on their offseason and going into next season here?
I'm going to be honest. The Sixers, it's a bit of a struggle. Well, Joel Embiid's hurt. Shocker. Like, I'm be honest, right? Joel Embiid's been hurt for every year. He always has the one injury. I'm pretty sure last year he played less than 5 games. So that's just, we're adding on to that now. So it's a longer absence. And the games that he did play, that was his worst year by far, in my opinion. Just shooting wise, he was not making as much shots anymore. It's probably his worst year since he was a rookie. And then Paul George, who came in on this big contract, right? I mean, y'all can see it on y'all faces. Y'all did not like Paul George was not a good move last year. But I think Paul George was. I think that's just a factor of Joel Embiid and Paul George getting older with age, and father time eventually catches up with anybody. So I think they're both reaching their time. I think this is the last contract for both of them. Jared McCain, bright spot. I like Jared McCain. But then there comes the, where's the other elements coming from? Tyrese Maxey, really good. But other than that, the 2 guards, everyone else, got some bright spots everywhere else.
They do, but I mean, we don't like those contracts. Going back to last season a little bit, yeah, we talked, the playoff P, it's podcast P, sorry. No, we don't like him, and as you said, we don't even know what to expect of Paul George. I don't even know. I don't even think he's gonna be the 3rd option on the team. That's gonna be a whole other thing. But in good news, they signed Quentin Grimes the 1-year qualifying offer, the 1-year 8, no trade clause either, which is interesting. But Chris, how do we feel about Grimes at least coming here for the year?
I'm very glad they finally got that sorted out, Braden, because it was a whole talking point the whole summer. Is Grimes staying? Is he leaving? And I'm glad they were able to bring him back, at least for this one more season. He was one of the lone, as we mentioned, a bright spot last year. He came in, they got him in a trade. He had a 40-point game against the Warriors. He had just a ton of a scoring stretch where he was going 25 plus. Really liked the move. I honestly think at least to start the season, he'll probably start, and I think that's the right move. Very, very pleased that they were able to bring back Grimes.
Definitely, and I would probably imagine he would start. I mean, McCain's out, so we need someone in there, and it's kind of a nice prove-it year. We'll see actually how good Grimes is. Maybe you can sign him for more in the offseason. But unfortunately, that is all the time we have for the Sixers. Stay tuned next week to see how the beginning of their season goes. But now we're going into one of our newer segments in Sports Talk First Take. Let's get into it. And with how big will Edgecombe's role be on the Sixers? This is a talking point because obviously we discussed the Sixers, even though they're the Sixers, and there's a lot of people on this team. There's a lot of, I will say, heads on this team. Because, I mean, there's a lot. So there's a lot of figuring out of who's going to go where, who's going to play what. I mean, we can expect Edgecombe obviously playing the 2 or 3 role. It kind of depends. I'm kind of interested to see. I'm very interested to see how you guys feel of it. Starting with you, Chris, how do you think his role is going to be?
I think to start, they're going to try to ease him in. I think he'll be one of the first guys off the bench, at least on opening night. But as the season goes, I think Sixers are going to realize, even though he was the 3rd overall pick, Edgecombe can play. He's super athletic, really versatile defender, can shoot a little bit, gets to the rim. I mean, he can just do it all. And like as a 2-3, I'm really, really excited. And I think he's going to be, maybe a closing time player come later in the season, closing time being like last few minutes of the game. The best lineup, they roll with him. So to start, I think they're going to just ease him in, but I think he could have a massive role, potentially even Rookie of the Year level type season by year's end.
Definitely going over to you, Jay. And how big do you think his role is going to be here?
I actually got the opposite opinion. I think starting in, especially with these 3 injuries, right, they're going to throw him out there, right? Because he's a 2 or 3, right? So look at the starting 5 realistically. It's going to be Tyrese Maxey, Quentin Grimes or Justin Edwards, Edgecombe. Who's at power forward now, right? Kelly Oubre at power forward, and then Dem Bono, right? So that's a potential starting 5. I think they're gonna throw Edgecombe to be the starter until Paul George gets back, and then they'll slow him down and let him grow to his potential. So as long as those 3 injuries, Joel Embiid, Paul George, and Jeremy McCain's out, I think he's going to be on the. I just think he's going to be a starter.
Now, do you think? How do you think he's going to be leading the team in any category? How big do you think? Because he probably, as you said, he probably is going to be starting here a lot. But as Chris said, do you think he's a Rookie of the Year type candidate, or is he on the other end of the spectrum and no, this guy's a terrible pick? What do you think?
I don't think Rookie of the Year, right? But I think that's just with how the Sixers are, because he's still a guard at that, right? So you got Justin Edwards. You still got Kyle Lowry. I know it's not the best thing, but he still got Kyle Lowry as a vet, right? He might not play the most, but he still has those few minutes. Then Tyrese Maxey, Jeremy McCain when they come back. Joel Embiid's going to put up he's going to get 30. He's going to try to get 30 points a night. So that's taking so much field goals away from Edgecombe. So I just don't see Rookie of the Year or that much success with how much people are trying to feed in and get the shots up.
It's understandable, but I mean, with all the injuries you mentioned, Maxey's going to be the guy, the main guy taking all the shots. But then, with Embiid and Paul George and McCain out, who are you leaning on? Maybe Grimes. Yeah, Grimes can score a little bit, but top 3 pick. And obviously, this rookie class is good. You got Cooper Flagg, you got Concanepple. You have a bunch of guys in the class that can really make the case. Worst case, I think he'll be a first teamer on all rookie team. Rookie of the Year, I think it's possible, but I think it's just going to be interesting with Edgecombe because I think. Because this is the way the Sixers are with their rookies. They don't, even when they have depleted rosters, they ease them in right away. Ben Simmons didn't play his first 2 years. Joel Embiid didn't play his first few years in the league. And I know it was because of injuries, but even when they have other guys, McCain came off the bench, and I know different circumstance, but they tend to ease in their rookies. Maybe it's not always because of the circumstances, because of injuries and everything, but that's just. I don't know. I think he's going to have a monster season. What do you think, Braden?
Here's my thing of Edgecombe, because obviously we're all the hype of going into the draft. It's who are they taking? Edgecombe's a monster defensively. We know that. Like he's going to defend, and he's very physical. That's why I can't wait, because he's just a dog that grew up with nothing from the Bahamas. He's going to eat and want, like, I love his story, and he's got the passion, and I love that. But that's the thing. Scoring, obviously he was obviously in Baylor. He was dominant. We saw during March Madness just how good he was. But the NBA's at that. There's levels, as a lot of NBA players say. There's levels to this. Whatever. Will he? I just don't know the score. How much points he's really going to put up. I think like boards and I think he's going to be all around a really good player, and he's gonna have, I think, a lot of impact like that stats don't show. That's at least how I feel with him. But Rookie of the Year probably not, because Mr. Cooper Flag, I don't know, but they have a good team. At least on all rookie, like first team, second team, at least. Because I mean, he's defensively just a dog, but could he be? Jay, is there any part of you who's like, maybe this guy could be Rookie of the Year?
I don't see it. I just see Cooper Flag. It's Cooper's Flag's award to lose. You're right. So
Mavs team stacked though.
That's
the Sixers,
thing,
the Mavs team is stacked.
AD coming back,
but
he's gonna have shots taken away from him too.
But like those two are coming off injury, so like.
So are Joel.
Well, Joel Embiid,
right, yeah.
Joel Embiid's a ball hog. Let's be honest, right there. Right, so Joel Embiid's gonna want the ball.
He's also the best player.
Right.
Yeah.
Respectable, right?
Yeah.
But like Kyrie, he's becoming more a playmaker, so he's gonna try to get Cooper Flag in the game, and I feel like they're gonna scheme around Cooper Flag in Dallas. While Edgecombe, he's gonna be a utilized part in the Sixers rotation they already have. So I think that's two different parts of what they're getting right now.
Yeah, it's
to your point.
It definitely is going to be something. But at the end of the day, it's the Sixers front office. So regardless, we will probably actually be better decision makers than them. But whatever, we'll see what they have to do next time. That, unfortunately, that's all the time we have on today's episode. If you would please check out our social media at SportsTalk LTV on X and Instagram. Please stay tuned next week. Let's see the Birds get on to 5-0, and let's see how the Phils do with starting their playoff journey. Thank you very much, and goodbye.